Hi guys, hope you are having a wonderful day. Ready for new stories I prepared for you? Let's go to the first one, about OP's wife, who is planning on faking her pregnancy. Enjoy the stories, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Here's my situation. My wife, 23 female, and I, 22 male, had been trying for a baby for about a year, and we're having no luck. One day, my wife decides that it was a perfect time to tell me that she was infertile. This made me angry. We had been trying for almost no reason at all, and all this disappointment was for absolutely no reason. I yell at her, which in hindsight was not a good decision. We apologized, both apologized, and I told her I was sorry, and I shouldn't have yelled at her. The next morning, she was in a happier mood than usual. I asked her about it, and she explained this grand plan to fake her pregnancy. I told her it didn't sound like a good idea. She got super defensive and angry and said that I shouldn't take away the opportunity for her to feel like she has a child of her own. I tried to explain that she would be messing with the emotions of others and it wouldn't be fair to our family, but she wouldn't budge. We didn't talk about it for around a month until a large package came in the mail. She was on an office retreat, so I opened it. We often open each other's mail, so this wasn't abnormal. I was shocked by what was inside. There were 9 silicone baby bellies and 4 silicone baby dolls. I thought it might have been a mistake, and so I waited for her to get back. When I confronted her about it, she got super angry. She said that I am a selfish prick, and I should mind my own ducking business. Obviously, I was upset. Later that night, I was getting ready for bed when she kicked me out. This was my house. She moved into it and didn't make any payments for it. What right did she have to kick me out of my house? I just went to a friend's because I didn't want to deal with the argument. When I got back, I begged her to return the stuff and not pretend like she was pregnant. She got angry and threatened divorce. This is where we are at now. Am I the a-hole? Update. After dinner, I was talking to her about the above situation. I asked questions such as, why didn't you tell me about your infertility sooner? And would it help if we talked with someone, like a therapist or a counselor? She immediately discarded all of the questions and left the house for the night. I tried calling to reason with her, but she blocked my number. Also, something I left out was the fact that we have a joint bank account and we get notified every time a purchase is made. The total for the silicone items was over $300. When I looked at the item listing, they were non-refundable due to the fact that they were custom made. Edit. She had known that she was infertile for about 3 years. Edit. My father thinks we are having a real baby, and I can't convince him otherwise. I don't think OP is an a-hole, but the only answer here is therapy. My wife's, Serena, 9-year-old sister, Stacy, is in the hospital for treatment. Serena's cut off her family for various reasons: toxic, neglectful. Her mom was an alcoholic during her childhood. But after hearing about Stacy, she allowed her family, mom, stepdad, only good person, and Stacy's twin, Sean, to come live with us since we live 5 minutes away from the hospital. They came in from another state. Serena's stepsister, Kayla, soon came to live with us too because she was concerned for Stacy, and she and Serena's mom are super close. Serena's mom has always preferred Kayla over Serena, her bio daughter. Now, Kayla is problematic. She's the golden child and is never held accountable for her actions. In the past, Kayla had helped Serena's boyfriend cheat on her. When confronted, Kayla did not apologize, nor see any reason for Serena to be mad at her. She's that type of person. I decided to give everyone in that family a shot, since I never met them and only heard about them from Serena. Sean loves it with us and loves playing with my baby daughter. Serena's mom and stepdad have settled in. Kayla is cordial to Serena, but I had noticed that she was overly nice to me when no one else is around. The other day, I was having a casual conversation with Kayla, and we both laughed at a joke she made. Apparently, Kayla took that as some sign and went in to try to kiss me. I was furious and quickly pushed her away. I berated her, and Kayla kept making excuses, so I packed her things hastily and threw her bag out the door. Serena and her stepdad were by my side and told Kayla to get out. However, Serena's mom defended Kayla, saying that it was an honest mistake and that Kayla was getting mixed signals from me. I never flirted with her, nor showed any interest in her. I was cordial to her and had casual conversations which she started, and I felt obliged to respond to. Serena's mom said that Kayla must be distraught due to Stacy, and it was unfair and cruel of us to treat her like this. She called us a-holes, and we would have kicked her out too if it weren't for Sean. Now, the home is hostile, and Serena is crying herself to sleep. Am I the a-hole? OP is not an a-hole at all. He needs to kick Kayla out now, and Serena's terrible mother can go with her. There were no mixed signals. Kayla just wanted to win by getting Serena's husband to cheat with her. And the toxic-as-hell mom is making excuses for Kayla's unacceptable behavior, the same way she did for Serena's whole life. OP needs to sit his wife down and check in with her. It's very likely that she has fallen into some old patterns of thought and behavior that are pushing her to acquiesce to her mom and Kayla's behavior. This was 100% not acceptable, and Kayla and the mom need to leave the house now. Sean and stepdad can stay. Mom and Kayla, out. I, 25 female, hate my sister, 28 female. I swear she's the devil incarnate. She's a beast since the day she was born. The first and most memorable incident was when I was 11. My parents surprised me with a birthday party, and sister threw the biggest tantrum because she wanted to blow out the candles. At 14, I had always wanted to grow out my hair because Grandma used to braid my hair when she was still here with us. My sister hates not being the center of attention, so she put super glue in my hair. I had to cut it into a bob cause some hair was sticking to my neck. My hair never grew back in time for Grandma to braid it one last time because she passed away. There are other things she's done over the years, and my parents punish her by taking her phone and grounding her, like that ever did anything. I'm a freelance creative clothes maker. Best I can describe my job. I make and sew clothes for my clients' designs and examples. Clothes that sometimes are seen worn on celebrities or other platforms. The designs are not the same. I'm not looking to get sued here, but the style and similarity are there. Living with parents due to lockdown. Everyone in the house knows not to touch the clothes because they are made to fit my clients' measurements, and any little mishap can unravel a lot of the progress. A friend recently sent me a screenshot of sister in an outfit that is way too similar to the one I'm making right now. I don't trust my sister at all, so the seed of paranoia already worked overtime when I saw the picture. I confronted sister, and she didn't even try to hide it that she went into my room, tried it on, because it was a finished product, and she thought her boyfriend appreciates her being dressed up. She said my rule is not to touch unfinished products, and that didn't apply to that outfit. Rule or not, sister's body type is nowhere near my client's measurements. The outfit can't be finished on time because of that, and my client was not happy to hear about me needing an extension, so I had to cancel the job and refund the down payment. I lost money, buying fabric, accessories, etc., and time. A-hole here. I took her pricey handbags when she was on a work trip. She makes good money being in a big-name tech company, and sold them to get back what I had lost and could have made from the refunded job. She found later and lost it on me of how I'm a thief and some other insults. She demands the money back, but she's not getting them. Mom and Dad obviously sided with her and said nothing too significantly damaged. I lost a potential continuous client. It's significant. Edit. I would have asked her to pay me, but I know she won't. She goes out of her way to make my life miserable. I will be moving away again after the lockdown is lifted. Edit 2. I'm not worried about the cops and civil court. My parents might not be the best at parenting, but they will never let her destroy the family because of felony record. As many of you pointed out, will surely get me to cut contact with them forever. Sister for doing it, and my parents for being inadequate, keeping her in line because their house, their rules nonsense. It seems that none of you have been tormented and be to the point of dark thoughts with practically incompetent parents. It also seems that none of you have toxic, narcissistic siblings. If she gets the police involved and takes me to court, I will sue her back for loss of business, future revenues, and get her on police record for damaging my property because the outfit is mine until the moment it is in the hands of my client. I'm not angels like you guys. I stopped playing nice to her a long time ago. I do stoop to her level when necessary. Some of you think I could have just asked her for the money, but what leverage do I have to get it? The police? They have rioters to handle. Civil court? I'll lose more money and time to deal with her. Count on my parents? They have a track record of inability to mitigate since we were children. I've thought about the consequences before I did it, and I chose what's best for me. She can buy more purses. They aren't limited editions, but I can't get that client back. My line of work is a small niche. Not many people have an interest in what I love as a passion. I know what I did is wrong, and two wrong doesn't make a right. but I'm beyond frustrated with her at this point. Looks like OP did what she did because she already doesn't know any other civil way to deal with her sister. I guess OP just finally lost her patience. Her sister stole clothing pretty much and ruined a potential client. It's hard being a fashion designer and getting work isn't easy. OP doesn't have a paycheck handed down to her on a silver platter like people who work corporate jobs do. OP doesn't know how much she will be making month to month and can't guarantee she will get enough clients. Unless she's big enough in the industry that she can't handle the workload she receives, she needs every client she can get. So I get why she sold her sister's handbag. Also, because there was no other way for her to get money for her lost client back. I, male 55, have always had a troubled relationship, male 29. He was rude and had a narcissistic composition. This was diagnosed by a therapist when he was 14. He always treated us as if we were beneath him. This was the same with his teachers and friends. However, my son was incredibly talented. He got into MIT and is currently making over $500K a year. We also have a daughter, female 26. She was abused by our son and tried to keep up with his standards. She didn't do as well as our son and ended up at a community college. We had to put her through years of therapy in college, and she has come to accept everyone is different. We are incredibly proud of her. The rest of our family thinks our son is the golden child of the family, but they are heavily mistaken. He helps out our relatives with financial problems, but will brag about it for the next year. He'll be like, "Remember when you were so broke, and if it were not for me, you would be on the streets? I am a godsend." My son is married and has already had his first son. He has mellowed down from his narcissistic tendencies ever since he got married. His wife is a leading neurobiologist and is brilliant. She is kind and has done wonders for him. He has even started donating to charity, and I've heard from my family he is perfect in every way, and we should be proud of him. I do acknowledge he has changed, and I am happy for him. My wife and I are getting old. While we are not going to fall off the wagon anytime soon, we need to be prepared. We don't have a lot. We have our family home in the suburbs worth around $100K and our retirement funds. We have agreed to put the house in our daughter's name and whatever is left from our retirement funds. This is mainly because my son already owns a $2 million house and drives a Mercedes and Porsche with a combined 7-digit household income. Somehow, my son has found out about the will and approached me. He said he was upset that he was not considered a part of the family and written out of the will. He claims he has as much right to a family home as his sister. He says he shouldn't be punished because of his sister's lack of success. My daughter-in-law also expressed disappointment in us, which really breaks my heart as she is an angel. My son doesn't want our grandson to be around us because he doesn't want to feel second best. This is breaking my wife's heart because she loves him. My brother called me an a-hole for prioritizing my daughter, but no one understands that my son can take care of himself. My wife wants to rewrite the will, and I am conflicted. He's a diagnosed narcissist. A professional observed OP's son for hours and then took the time to tell OP he cannot care about anyone else unless it fits his agenda. OP should not fall for a new game because OP hasn't seen it in a while. OP should not be naive about some miraculous spontaneous recovery because it's OP's daughter who will pay the price for OP's blindness. Okay, so my 29 female, brother, 26 male, and sister-in-law, 26 female, are living in my guest house at the moment because they are having triplets and are moving to the small town I live in. They have only been staying here a little while. Also, another thing to mention is that my husband and I really want to have a big family. I am a nanny to a family with 4 kids, and I love it so much. Well, anyways, I like really unique names. For example, Jacob, Kova, and Lara. I can say them here because I don't know any of you. I have a baby names list on my phone. I have mentioned names I like from time to time, or that I have a list, but it's never been a big deal or something I thought my sister-in-law would remember. They don't know the gender of their triplets yet, but they are thinking about names. She told me she likes the names I've mentioned I like and asked to see the baby names list. My baby names list isn't pages long. I have 3 boys' names and 6 girls' names, so if she chose 3 off my list, I wouldn't have more to choose from. Also, my husband and I are thinking of starting the adoption process. I'm infertile, in maybe a year or less, so it's not like I have all the time in the world to come up with other names. I said no to my sister-in-law, because if she chose any names off my list, then I wouldn't be able to use them. It's not like she's 8 months pregnant and rushing to come up with a name yet either. She has a long time until she's due. She is being so rude to my husband and I. For example, she was sitting on the couch in our living room and her new puppy was ripping up a couch cushion, and she just sat there and didn't do anything about it. I know I'm probably the a-hole, but I only have 10 names I like. She has a ton of names she likes. Also, I'm letting her live on my property rent-free, and I feel like I don't owe her anything else. It would also be different if it was a coworker or a distant friend because I have no obligation to not name my child the same name as them. It would also be different if it was just one baby, but it's 3. Anyways, am I the a-hole? Edit. I am going to make a fake list, but I'm not going to do things like translate selfish into another language. I don't want drama. I'll probably just put down names I like but wouldn't use. Edit 2. Guys, I'm not scared about them not moving out. They don't want to raise 3 infants in a converted garage. Hopefully last edit. I'm sorry if you don't like these names. I have a unique name that is easy to pronounce. Alexia. I love it. From the people I have met, the only people that have unique names and don't like it is because their name is difficult to pronounce. Most of the names I like are very easy to pronounce. Last edit. I came up with the fake names. Girls. Avery, Ellery, Akira, Shayla, and Naya. Boys. Kieran, Otto, Jax, Deshelle, and Soren. I don't think OP is an a-hole. If OP let her see that list, she's absolutely going to use 3 names from it, 100% guaranteed. Also, it's a great idea to give her fake names. Well done, OP.